Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be discussing My Hero Academia chapter 335 titled Zygotes. I think the unofficial called it fledglings, but yeah, let's dive straight into it. Spoiler warning again. So yeah, chapter starts off. We have a cover page. Cover page this week is All Might holding an egg. Of course, zygotes, fledglings. The title, whichever title you want to go with, symbolizes evolution. So, yeah, basically, the students started off as baby eggs and now they evolved into full-grown heroes. But yeah, so we start off now, and we see All Might talking to class one day basically, and Midoriya is asking All Might about the outcome of that fight with Stan and Shigaraki. He's asking if that fight did lasting damage to Shigaraki, and All Might is telling them, well, based on the data that the Jets had when he ate or devoured New Order, basically it caused his quirks or internal battle with his quirks. So basically it was like poison, so some of his quirks got destroyed. We don't know what it was, what number, but a number of his quirks basically got destroyed. And we see some of the students saying, okay, so I know that means now is the best time for the world to take him down. But All Might tells them basically a mass evacuation has been going on. They're trying to evacuate citizens, and I guess those are citizens from areas where were attacked before from villains, as well as where Shigaraki not too long attacked when he tried to get rid of New Order. So we see just a glimpse of some of the heroes that out there working. But he also mentions that heroes, aside from doing rescue, there are still heroes out there hunting down villains, heroes out there searching for criminals, you know, that kind of thing. So it's nearly impossible to figure out how we make it in the next plan, and it's impossible to figure out what All for One's next plan is. And that means whether he comes to us or we have to go to him, or if it's an all-out war, whatever it is, it's kind of hard to predict right now. But he calls out, or he begins telling them, we don't know anything yet, but we know what we're up against so far. That being, and he starts to list the villains, basically the important ones. So he's like, we have Shigaraki, we have All for One, we have Dabi, we have Toga, we have the six Near High-Ends, we have the Liberation Army, the remnants of that, the remaining of the soldiers there. Then any other people from jail who broke out. Then not to mention, maybe they may amass a following, they may amass soldiers or things like that within the short time period. So yeah, but meanwhile we have less than half of the heroes that there. So kinda in a pinch, but yeah, this isn't looking good for the heroes. But he basically tells them, that being said, use this time to fortify yourselves, to get stronger, to do something to power up yourself, basically, because if you want to protect people, you want to do your job right as a hero, you need to get stronger for this upcoming war. And Bakuro yells at him, we're already way ahead of you, and we find out that in that short time frame while Deku's out of UA, they mentioned that you probably didn't notice it because he was busy chasing after Deku when he left the school, but we've all been training in that short time to get stronger. We've been training with the Pussycats, we've been doing other things out there, and it's interesting because we didn't get any of that training, but I would like to see how everyone improved. We also hear Tokoyami is like, where Midoriya goes, we follow undaunted, we shall fight until Shigaraki has fallen. And Acid Girl Pinky is like, not daunted at all. So that's funny. But then we get, just banter between Bakugo and Deku and Deku was saying that, Bakugo asked him to spar with him. And basically he's telling him that Bakugo is saying like, no, I just wanted to see how strong my attacks are, because taking on One for All is just another box to take on the path to Shigaraki and All for One. So we see, just everyone there. Kirishima wants them to attack him as well, usual thing. And we see, All Might is just there. He kind of looks happy. Plain, he doesn't really have a happy face, but I guess he's inside, he's kind of happy. That everyone has been progressing, and then he says the zygotes I met that they have long since hatched. So again, evolution. Hence the name of the title and the cover page with him holding an egg. So we just get a few glimpses of all the heroes, and he's saying basically, All for One, I'll say it again, we made a foolish move, because those foolish villains picked the wrong fight, because Class 1A is a mighty force to behold. Know that, All for One. And we then cut away from 1A and we go to the Bat Cave. I'm gonna call it the Bat Cave because it literally is a cave. And we see Shigaraki is still in pain from his battle with Star, and All for One is telling him to not worry, that fracas inside you has worn out some of the quirks they're weary after all of that, so just give it time, rest, you recover. And Shigaraki is on his crazy person speech again about as long as All Might exists, there'll never no peace, and I'll never know peace, and blah 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 blah. You could throw that out of the window because he repeats the same thing like every single fight. He needs to kill All Might. So we then see All for One. He's like, our minds are not fusing. I can sense that much. The violent rage. Yes, I share Tomura's hatred now. So he admits that basically his consciousness and Shigaraki isn't really mended together like he expected it to. It's fusing. But basically says, New Order refused to be stolen, but the main thing is at least we got the major play out of the battlefield. She's gone. So let that lighten your heart. We then get some banter between All for One and Darby, and essentially this is Darby saying that he doesn't want to prepare and sit down here and wait. He's been prepping enough. He doesn't want to sit down here because his old man's still out there strutting around Endeavor, doing what he does best, being a hero. And I fed up for waiting here. I'm ready to go out and fight. But All for One begins talking to him and he says, my dear Toya, see, we have much in common. You and me, we have a lot in common. But the thing is, when I find myself with a goal, I am able to plan out a number of routes to get to that goal. And we see like a little drawing of it. So N start with many routes leading to it. And essentially he begins saying that you have this start point, and A to B, that's it. You on a straight line. Me on the other hand, I have different plans to get to point B. So either way we take it, we're going to accomplish this. Even though it might take a week or maybe a little more time. Whichever route we take, we get in there. So don't worry about it. And he basically says, now that Yue has welcomed Izuku back on Midoriya into their walls, that's okay. Things get delayed, with Shigaraki and Deku and all of that. However, what I have, Darby, that you don't, are friends to spare. And when he says friends to spare, we cut to Yue and we see Invisible Girl. I think her name is Toru something. I'll throw the name up. It's a long time since we've heard her name though. So like I forgot her actual like I know her hero name is Invisible Girl, but like her real name, I can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it's Toru Hagakure, Kure. I don't think we've ever seen her without being invisible either. But basically, the chapter ends there with her, and I think the unofficial had a text on the way it ended, and it said, "Is she or could so and so be the traitor?" And the chapter ends there, to be continued, and we cut to the end screen, and the next title is the next chapter. Then is next week, the 5th. No break for this. So let's discuss this a little bit. So first things first, we know Yui had a traitor from way back early on. They mentioned that there must be a traitor in Yui, and a lot of people thought maybe it was Kirishima, maybe it was the tape guy. Saw some people thinking it was this little one grape Mineta with his grape juice power, with just his sticky power. People thought it was him. Some people thought it was Momoya, Yaya Rosa, her. But yeah, interesting that they made it be Invisible Girl. But it would make sense because, I mean, she's always invisible, so no one would see her leaving or going if she carries information. So, is she really the villain, or was this just a fake out to make us think she's the villain? We'll have to wait for next week to see. But an interesting turn of events, finally getting who the villain is, because I think we've been waiting for that reveal for a very long time. So yeah, good chapter, good setup. I'm interested to see what Class 1A has in store for this battle, how they improved, what new abilities some of them may have, what new attacks. So yeah, we'll meet back here next week, same time, for the next chapter and to see what new information we get. And yeah, till then, I'll see you all. Be sure to hit subscribe, hit like, turn on the bell for when the new video gets posted. You'll see it as it's out. So yeah, I'll see you all. Bye.